Welcome back, everybody. Jared Robotsky here with CMG Home Loans. We're going to cover quarter 3, 2022, single family investor activity. We got some good news here. Let's just jump right in. So the intro. The share of single family home purchases made by investors bounced back in quarter 3 after falling from 28% in February to 21% in June. The investor share rose in quarter 3, but doesn't seem on track to reach its previous high. Figure 1 shows that the share of investor purchases increased in every month of quarter 3 to reach 26% in September. So this is really good news. Here's figure 1. This is the share of home purchases made by investors each month. So as we can see back here, in 2019 and before that, it hovered around below 20%, right? And then we had mortgage rates drop really low, and then tons of investors started coming into the market. But it's not what you would think. Let's check out some more charts. Monthly home purchases made by investors and non-investors. So your blue line down here are your investors, and here's your non-investors. So the good thing about investors is they keep some stability in the market, right? You're noticing this is a lot less volatile than over here. Very volatile, peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. So it's pretty interesting seeing that. Now, here's a share of investor purchases by investor size, right? And this is what most people would think is the opposite, right? I know I did before I started researching data, right? I thought that these mega investors and large investors really dominated the share of investment purchases, but that's just not true. It's quite the exact opposite. The small investors are who is really buying up almost half of all the investment purchases. So this is really good. This is everyday people just wanting to buy a second or third house, a rental house, possibly an Airbnb. It's really good seeing that this is really run by the small investors are driving this. So that's my favorite stat to see. Now here's monthly home purchases leveled by investor size. Small investors still up top. Here's a share of investor purchases resold within 6 months. So these are generally your home flippers, right? And this seems a little volatile, but when you look at this left side axis, we're just bouncing around by 1% really. And as you see, interest rates have gone up. We're going through another little decline here. It actually seems almost seasonal here. It looks like it peaks around January, peaks around January, peaks around January, right? Pretty interesting little trend. Now here's the iBuyer market activity, and this is pretty interesting, right? iBuyer share of investment purchases is absolutely collapsing, but the purchases remaining unsold is up here. So what we're seeing is a lot of these iBuyers came in when the market was really hot. They gobbled up a lot of inventory, but they're still sitting on that inventory, which is good. It's showing that, you know, they're not having to force sell or anything like that. The market, they're probably just going to wait for the market to rebound and sell in more profitable conditions. So that's an interesting chart. And here is the highest 10 investor shares by MSA. So you got San Jose, California, Los Angeles to Long Beach and Anaheim, California, Atlanta, then Memphis, McAllen, Edinburgh, Mission, Texas, Phoenix and Scottsdale, Arizona, Las Vegas, El Paso, Riverside, and San Antonio, New Braunfels, Texas. So California and Texas showing up a lot here. So these markets are just owned by a lot of investors, just have a high share of investment purchases. Personally, I would like to stay away from an area that is heavily occupied by investors, unless it's a vacation destination. Some of those California spots might be great. Las Vegas, I'm sure, is great. But overall, that is this presentation. So thank you so much for joining us today. Here's my contact information. If you need anything, you can give me a call, shoot me an email, or if you need to apply for a home loan, there is my website. Thank you. You have a wonderful day.